you end up with people actually suggesting no one actually likes what Trump and Elon are doing except for white supremacists. Is that the world your audience lives in, David? Yeah, maybe it's just Reddit. I don't know. But that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. No wonder they watch shows like SNL and they're like, oh, MAGA racist, dude.
Tim Pool calls out David Pakman and his audience for their insane and cringe delusion as Tim Pool reacts to an SNL skit targeting MAGA supporters as racists, only to go through David Pakman's subreddit to reveal they are the ones crazy enough to actually believe this propaganda. So let's watch Tim Pool call out David Pakman and his audience for their completely insane and cringe behavior.
If more folks went to church, we wouldn't be in this mess we're in now.
You know what? I agree with you, Doug. I'd like to shake your hand, sir. Here we go.
No,
oh, no.
Like that.
Oh, no. It's just a handshake. Yeah, it's just a handshake. Yeah, all right. You're welcome in Black Jeopardy anytime.
All right. Well, thank you, my brother. Maybe I'll start a show for you to come on, and we'll call it White Jeopardy.
No. We don't need it. We don't need it.
I don't get what they're trying to do with the portrayal. It's just like a guy who's wearing a Trump hat and he's racist, and this is how they see it. This is how they portray it. You know what's funny is a lot of people in New York supported Trump. He made a lot of ground. He gained a lot of ground. And SNL's supposed to be for America. This is what they don't seem to understand. Trump won the popular vote. His approval rating is above water. He's got a positive approval rating. Who are you talking to? You know, man, I guess there's no point in trying to convince people. You can bring a horse to Harvard, but you can't make him learn, can you? New York Post says, America's sweetheart, Tom Hanks, was crucified by conservatives over his disgusting portrayal of a simple Trump-supporting racist on the SNL 50th anniversary special. Well, to be fair, nobody watches SNL except for these weird lefty types anyway, so that's probably why they're doing it. The two-time Academy Award winner returned to the stage Sunday night as Doug, a dumb MAGA hat-wearing contestant on the recurring bit Black Jeopardy, where the butt of the joke is Hank's character and the black contestants discovering their similarities. Okay. During the sketch, Doug, who first appeared in the comedy show in 2016, refuses to shake hands with the game show host, Darnell Hayes, played by Kenan Thompson. Don't like that. Whoa, 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 Doug blurts. Maybe I'll start a show for you to come on. We'll call it White Jeopardy. The skit outraged Trump supporters who quickly bashed it as tired and a disgusting trope. The show wonders why their ratings are in the gutter. Former RFK Jr. aide Link Lauren posted, Trump won the popular vote. This tired trope of MAGA is racist. It's disgusting. SNL is an unfunny show for snobbish liberal elites. Conservative commentator Benny Johnson raged, the show writers have learned nothing. He is correct. I am mad about it. Like, I don't care. I don't want, look, my position has always been, you do you, woke enterprise, and I just won't buy it. Like, you make a video game where a pink-haired woman with a with the side of her head being shaved, with a prosthetic hand in World War I fighting against, the Austro-Hungarian Empire or whatever. I ain't going to buy it. I don't care that you made it. You can make whatever you want. People make walking simulator video games all the time. I just don't play it. I go on PlayStation all the time. It's not even about being woke. If your game is bad, I ain't touching it. If your show's stupid, I won't watch it. So when SNL keeps making garbage content, I don't care. Like, they're allowed to do it. I'm not mad. Like, if they did a segment called, Trump is really dumb and he's portrayed by Alec Baldwin, oh, wait, they did that 700,000 times. Yeah, they're allowed to do that. It's just stupid, and I won't watch it. The Onion is allowed to be garbage, too. I just don't read it. Babylon Bee is actually funny. SNL decided it was a good idea to depict Tom Hanks as a racist Trump supporter in a MAGA hat, afraid to shake a black man's hand. Donald Trump just won a landslide election, has never been more popular with Americans and African Americans. Popular conservative social media account Libs of TikTok labeled it propaganda and lambasted it as dumb. The 3.5-hour special was chock full of jabs at the sitting president and his bold policies. During the opening monologue, SNL alum Steve Martin joked that he had just been on a boat in the Gulf of Steve Martin, a dig at Trump's decision to rename the Gulf of Mexico to America. Fellow Canadian comic and one of Martin's oldest pals, Martin Short, then joined him on stage with Martin ribbing him about his immigration status. Do you have your passport on you? ICE, get him. Ha, 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 ha. Well, my friends, let's check in on David Pakman, see how he's doing. Over at the David Pakman subreddit, there's an actual question posted with 229 upvotes. Do you know any normal people who support what Donald and Elon are doing? Is it only white supremacists? David, what have you done? Oh, David Pakman.
I used to like Tom Hanks, but this trope of Trump supporters just being racist and all these disgusting people, It's old. It's tiring. It's failed. It doesn't work anymore. Like, it's not winning you elections. It's not winning you any battle, in the culture wars. Like, it's not doing anything for you. And it's just tiring. Like, the mantra's old. People have moved on. And for Tom Hanks to keep trying to push this, like, it's just old and disgusting. But I'm not surprised that David Pakman's audience, like, they actually believe this garbage. This is the problem with the people on the woke left. They actually believe that people who support Donald Trump and even Elon Musk are white supremacists and Nazis. Like, even though the mainstream media is falling, all these people still believe all of this garbage, and they're just going to keep following it. Leave a like. It really helps the algorithm. Thanks for watching. Let's get back in.
It used to be normal, but David's whole MO, let me tell you about David Pakman. 10 years ago, like 13, 14 years ago, he had on a woman from the Westboro Baptist Church and some hackers, part of a sect of the Anonymous hacker group. For those who don't know what Anonymous is, it quite literally means the word. So when a video emerged and it says, we won't, we oppose the government doing this thing, Anonymous, it literally meant it was a random person who didn't leave their name. It didn't mean there was a group of people planning anything. But the media loved this idea that there was a hacker group of like 13 people with supreme hacker abilities called Anonymous. No, that's not how it works. Anyway, they had on these guys from a group that was actually called LulzSec at the time. And at the time, they weren't LulzSec. I believe they're just calling themselves Anonymous. And it was a wild time with this Anonymous stuff. Crazy to watch this stuff happen. But anyway, they hacked the Westboro Baptist Church in real time. David got a ton of attention for that. David's goal, in my opinion, having known the guy for this long, is that he largely just wanted to get the viewership. He was trying to figure out how to recreate these moments and get these viral sensations. And thus, you end up with content that is convoluted and misleading. You end up with people actually suggesting no one actually likes what Trump and Elon are doing except for white supremacists. Is that the world your audience lives in, David? Yeah, maybe it's just Reddit. I don't know. But that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. No wonder they watch shows like SNL and they're like, hey, MAGA racist. It's funny. One guy says, I have a friend who thinks the mass firings will make the government better. He's also dependent on that VA for medical care. Yeah, now let's see what happens when his waiting time to see a doctor has doubled or tripled. Hey, wait a minute. Thought we were supposed to be in favor of government health care. Oh, yeah. When the government doesn't function properly because Trump can get elected, that's democracy. Your wait times can double or triple. That kind of worries me about what you guys are going to implement with universal health care. One guy says, I know normal people who turn a blind eye and refuse to believe what's going on. These people aren't hateful and don't necessarily wish harm. They are just skeptical. Guys, you are in a bubble, okay? I can just pull up the aggregate approval rating. Regular people, meaning not you, they support what Trump is doing. Take a look at this one from the David Pakman Show subreddit. I love this. I love reading this stuff. You guys, you got to go to these subreddits and read what they're talking about because Reddit is hilarious. We need to boycott any establishment that lets in patrons who wear MAGA apparel. MAGA Nazis should be socially ousted, not let into establishments, and generally should not feel comfortable going out in public sporting their support for Trump. Donald Trump is the popular mandate president. He won the popular vote. He is above water in the approval ratings, and you are acting like everyone else is crazy. I heard a saying the other day used among the bartenders that really stuck with me. You let one Nazi into the bar and suddenly it's a Nazi bar. I'm going to pause you right there. But when you let a commie in, it's not a commie bar? Oh, dude, shut up. All of us non-Trumpers need to organize mass boycotts of establishments that allow openly MAGA customers in, so that if they continue doing so, they financially bleed. This needs to be a nationwide thing. How do we get this going? Edit, boycotting is not a form of harassment, folks. It is just so cringe.
Now, personally, folks, you can let me know how you feel, but if David Pakman and the woke audience that he has wants to basically separate themselves and go woke and go broke by not letting everyone else in who is apparently Nazis just because they actually approve of auditing our federal government, closing down the border, not being the world police. If they want to go that route, by all means, please do so. I would love to see how that plays out 6 months later, because it's just going to be more businesses, more people going broke over this insane delusion that the people who support Donald Trump and this new movement are all Nazis and white supremacists. And these people are just projecting how hateful they are onto everyone else. But just another sign to leave these people alone and let them just sweat and just suffer despair in their own delusion and not get involved, folks. But let me know your thoughts down below and what you thought about what Tim Pool had to say about David Pakman and his woke audience in this clip. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.